genetic.
Yeah. So let's get you. Hey, look, we're live in VR. The N-word.
I had to. We're going to talk about it. I mean, shit.
We're gonna get real today, people.
I figured if I'm going to be on the green mic, I might as well kick it up.
Okay, so you're gonna want to be like right up in there and talk straight into it, so we can get a good level on you, boy.
Is this to keep my freaking spit from when I get super
it's
pissed
not
about something off the mic?
It's a pop filter.
Peas.
In case you haven't noticed, I don't know jack shit about radio.
Oh no, this is cool. This isn't radio, and it's not podcast either. So the word podcast actually came from when we had the iPods, and you had to download it onto, and there was a header.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, podcasting is like, and then before that they had the media cards, and then you had to like link to a network, and like shit was real. Nowadays we cast via internet on YouTube with OBS, and we should just call it OBS cast.
Yeah.
Or just Open Broadcast.
Open broadcast.
Yeah. But this
Yeah.
podcast shit is fucking out of date.
It's not even.
It's not real.
Podcasts themselves have only been around for 5 years, 6 years, give or take, and they're already an antiquated term. We're changing the world.
What were we talking about here? Oh, so the big fucking fluffy thing that goes over the microphone, like the big sock, is for S's. We don't have any.
Yeah, it's called.
Sweetie, we don't have any S problems here.
They're typically the industry term is a dead cat.
And then the pop filter is the stop. So you got P's and S's.
P's and S's.
P's and S's.
Yeah, so if you come in completely belligerent drunk, you need both of them.
Yeah.
To cut down on the slurring and the offensive.
It makes it sound like you're sober.
Oh, okay. Well, since this was gonna be my first open broadcast, OB,
This
I
motherfucker's
just-
on point. Holy shit.
I thought
We
I
gotta
would
quit
not.
one.
I
would.
know some good people.
I figured working on a fire range, you gotta be quick.
You'd think. Fuck that. My first day, I was supposed to be doing something else, and
That segment, by the way.
oh no, I was just to say, like, we were coming down from 300, this the tiny little manufacturing thing where they cut PVC and shit, and we were waiting for a ceasefire because it's out like basically right in the middle of a long range thing, and we start to go out because we think it's a ceasefire. 50 yards away, we hear a bullet ricochet off of a target. Now you'd think my first reaction would be to get down. I sat there in this fucking our 4x4 off wheel, and I was like, did I get hit? And the other guy that was with me is like down. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I honestly don't know. I should have hit the ground, but I was like, no. I'm like, my reflexes are not as evolved as they should be.
So just on the subject, before we get going, if we do wind up talking about this institution, can't name names,
Yeah, no names.
can't say the name of the organization.
Try to stay away
that
from
is-
cities too,
Yeah.
because then someone will be like, well, you insinuated.
Yeah.
I insinuated you're fucking gay too, but you know.
So it's just think of it all as third party.
Yeah. So today we're gonna welcome Angel, Angel, John Michael, for the discussion of the week. Actually, it's probably like the discussion of the decade. We're probably the only fucks willing to do it.
Yeah. And we've actually done it a couple of times.
Yeah.
But just not with the appropriate.
Oh, this is just gonna get deeper and deeper and deeper. And deeper. At some point in time, I'm gonna end up back in North Hollywood because I don't have a choice and I need a large room,
Yeah.
and it'll be like 12 people deep, from like celebrities to authorities. You know, so I want to go there. I need to go there. It's not
Okay.
a want. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up in a racially diverse family. So if you go to like a potluck, well, no one's speaking right now. They all fucking hate each other again.
That's family.
So normal.
No, mine doesn't stop speaking.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god.
Oh fuck.
Actually, I'm the worst one.
I wish you had brakes. Okay.
No, they wish I had brakes.
Yeah.
I'm just because they're not here right now. I get to put all that shit on them.
You understand? Yeah, so family get-togethers. It was like, oh, there's the African content, there's the fucking Asian continent, fuck English. There's fucking Mexico. We'll remove the last word. There's Mexico. So everyone kind of had like their niche, you know what I'm saying, as far as like a different ethnic background. So, my exposure was a little bit different, I guess. You know, having a cousin who's half black, half white, telling me that February is only half his month. So
he only gets the back half.
Oh man.
And then actually watching him use that dialogue. You know, like we were in a situation at a liquor store, and he was just being a dick because he was underage and he was trying to buy cigarettes just to be a smartass, and it turned into like, what? It's because I'm black? It's because I'm black, huh? You look at me as a nigga, I'm black, you won't sell me cigarettes, and I'm just looking at him like, 2 seconds ago you were white. Like,
we were just at the bank and you were looking for a loan,
yeah,
and they gave it to you.
Yeah. So it's interesting how now our society manipulates the word. I think we don't. It's not like slavery. You know, we're not sitting in the 1800s and that conversation in itself has got that's like a whole nother day.
Mm-hmm. It is, yeah.
But now I feel like it's becoming more malleable. Does that make sense? Like the word means brother, homie, friend, enemy.
Oh, you mean the different ways they use the word?
Yeah. So instead of the original context of the word, now this word is becoming like flamboyant, and it doesn't hold the value that. And so the conflict.
It shouldn't hold the value.
Correct, but the conflict with me, here's the conflict, is that like, so I'm in a group of dark people. I don't like black, it's wrong. You're not fucking black. You're like a shade of brown, caramel, tan. You're not fucking negro, okay? Go to the art store, pick up a can of black fucking spray paint, and spray it on your skin. It doesn't match. Okay, sorry, we'll get him up. Okay. So, I'll be around a group of people that are of darker descent. It doesn't even matter if they're of African descent, they could be of fucking darker descent. And they're using this word, they're using the word nigga as homie, or friend, or companion. Now, that word starts to actually form in my monologue as a rebuttal, right? So if I'm around a bunch of people that are like, what's up, motherfucker? Yo, motherfucker. Hey, bro. What's up, bro? Like, you go around surfers like, totally, dude. Your brain starts to form those fucking monologue responses, right? So now I'm in a predominantly black group. We'll use black for all the people that want that stereotype. Mm-hmm. And my head starts to hear like, yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, what's up, nigga? What's up? Like, my head starts to hear that word as... Now, when I say it, the word's context, the value of the word changes because a white person said it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in a room of 20 dark-skinned people. They all say nigga, it means friend. White person says nigga, it means enemy. Mm-hmm. Like, how it's either the word means fucking what it means, or it doesn't fucking mean what it means. You know what I'm saying? If I say tire, it means tire. It doesn't mean blimp. It doesn't occasionally mean door handle. It fucking means tire. Okay? So, when I
mean, it depends on where you grew up. Then you see tires on fucking door handles all the time. And like, oh, somebody just got a new skateboard because they put their old tires on their
have you seen this
door handle.
Have you seen this front door? It's got spinners on it.
I told you, that's not my neighborhood. It's 2 neighborhoods down.
The neighbor
next to the rent-a wheel.
So that's where I'm going with this, is that the word doesn't have the value that once upon a time it did, which was very aggressive and not healthy.
Well, it's like, even still, it's not even really the same word.
You know, especially when an Asian person uses it.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
Like, how the fuck am I supposed to process this? Like, I walk into a group of dark-skinned people and I say, what's up, my nigga? And they all look at me like, who the fuck is this cracker? And then an Asian guy walks in, what's up, my nigga? And everyone's like, yo, what's up,
Yang!
nigga?
Yang is here!
What's
up, my
nigga? Oh my God. And when we look at Asian people, were they repressed? Were they repressed? So it's okay for an Asian person to use the word
yes,
because they're repressed.
The railroad. So the black people know
the railroad. But now
they went through some shit.
You're talking about just the Chinese, the indention camps, the moment in history
Oh yeah,
where we
but
lost
you could,
shit.
yeah, but you could easily see where some people will take something and be like, oh, that's part of our culture too, because you see like it's like when someone says like, oh, all Asian people look alike. So then immediately anything a specific race group went through, even though they're just from the same continent, they'll take over their oppression too and be like, hey, we've been through some shit too, and then just kind of look around and be like,
a bunch of wrinkly motherfuckers.
That's why you see, like you said, like other dark skinned races, even if they're not of African descent, you know, Cubans.
Oh fuck it,
fucking.
Oh, you're good.
Did I get too black?
No.
And they cut me off.
You're fucking good.
Because that's only the third time in my life I've been too black.
No, we're still. You watched it pick up live, so we ran the ground cable so that we can run just internet, right?
Right. It is plugged in, right?
Good morning.
Good morning.
We got 2 feeds now, meaning that it like paused and then it probably just told your phone that we went live again.
I got the live feed for 4K. I never got the one for the VR.
Okay, well you did get the one for VR because it's on camera. You're like, whoa, we're live on VR now, and then
VR
and then
is
for
what
some reason, the computer chose to stay on the Wi-Fi, so this pulls in 360 in 3K, and this pulls in 4K. So that's like a fuck ton of information. So for some reason, between the two, it got mad and it chose to kick the 4K, and it left the 3K running.
So now we're only in 360.
No, we're back.
Oh,
We're back.
we're back.
But I don't know how much of our wonderful segment. It's my fault. I didn't turn the Wi-Fi off.
It's off now.
It's off now.
Okay. Well, that's okay because this conversation is going to keep.
Oh, good. I didn't want my mother to hear what I said earlier.
So Asians and railroads.
Oh no! So I was just saying, like, you see, like you said, like, you know, when you see somebody who is of a different ethnic background that's not white, and you hear them say it, and it still seems to be okay in some things. It's completely ridiculous. Like you said, like where you grew up, and you hear it, and you heard it all the time, and you're like, oh well, these people are my family. They're gonna know, you know, what I mean, that I would never use. Yeah, it's not derogatory, and I'm not using it to oppress you. You're my family. Like, I mean, I don't know how that is, but we have a diverse background in our family now, and like, you know, one of my little brothers, you know, he married himself a very, very nice, very intelligent white woman, and we love her to death. They just had their first little kid, and she is adorable as hell, and you know she. You know,
sounds great. I'm sorry.
No, and
he found himself a beautiful white woman,
intelligent white woman,
on her own free will.
On her own free will, but no, and you know, one of my uncles, he married a woman of Caucasian descent. I'm trying to sound as little racist as possible.
She's white.
She's white as hell. But again, we love them. We don't see them as white people and I know we don't. Because when we talk about stuff that's like going on, like the things that happen in Charlottesville, and we're like, oh man, fuck white people. And then we have to remember, oh shit, that's right. We don't mean all white people.
Just the fucking crazy white people.
Yeah, it's just the crazy white. Well, I mean, then again, they are crazy enough to have married into this family. It's like, you know, you went on dates, you knew what you were getting into. Don't give us that look now.
Yeah.
Because now they're like, yeah, screw white people. They suck. Like, yeah. But,
Sorry. Black power. I lost my white car when I got married.
Oh. we just gave them. Actually, no, this is all on the Hispanic and Native American side, so, you know, they're wearing headdresses and shit. But, no, and, like, actually, it's funny because the last time you guys did this segment and I was listening in, you know, we had just had a very deep and highly intoxicated talk about the N-word. Like, with my mother, She just doesn't use it at all. She's never used it. It's not.
Well,
it's
the
not
value
her.
is different for her.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then
it hurts.
And well, that's the thing. She doesn't like the word, but at the same time, if someone called her that, it's just a word.
Mhm.
She's not gonna get mad because that person's an ignorant piece of shit. She just doesn't like to use the word, and
Well,
she
how-
would like us not to use the word. And I told him, like, honestly, the really only time I use it is when 13-year-old kids kick the shit out of me on fucking Xbox Live. and they, they could be any color. It doesn't matter to me. But if you're beating me, then you piece of shit little nigga, and I won't have it. So I'm gonna turn this off before I say something else worse. But the two ways we pretty much kind of, like, for us, because the other thing is that we're, you made the comment, we're passable. We're not black, so I've not, like I said, there's probably about 2, maybe 3 times that I have been racially profiled or seen as, I guess you could say, black.
Yeah, this morning.
Coming into the city.
Thousand
That was the third time.
Thank you, Thousand Oaks.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for keeping it real.
I was like,
keep that standard high.
Thank you for noting I'm black.
Yeah.
I was like, in the car ride over here, I was like, can you feel the white privilege coming as the further we
The
come
wave.
in?
The wave hits you. It's like, oh, fuck, I'm white.
And like, if you really want to know, I took him up to Dos Vientos before we came up here.
It was like that scene in Mad Max Fury Road where they're driving into that storm, but the storm just had white privilege over the top of it.
You can almost hear the theme from that Weeds.
Yeah.
All the little boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Little
what
boxes.
the fuck
little
just
boxes.
happened? This neighborhood is white. Like, the only thing in here that has color is the dog. The dog.
Right? It's all black dog, and I'm like, oh, well, the police are okay with that because it was on a leash.
It's under control. It's under control. Yeah, we gotta make sure it stays under control.
Yeah, saw a little white spider evicting a black widow out there. It's all the way down to your insects. They got this shit. This ship is tight.
Sorry, Miss Widow. You gotta leave. You gotta leave. You ate your man. That's it. You're out.
This is Trump's America. Get your 8-legged ass out of here. Oh my God.
Oh man.
Anyway, so like, get back to what I said. So just kind of in short, it should either be nobody gets to use it, so that you can easily point out, okay, that guy's a racist because no one's supposed to use it. Not even black people are going to use it. Of course, black people are going to be mad at that because they use it and you hear it being used as a term of empowerment among other black people.
And endearment.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense.
What the fuck?
I mean, fuck, everybody can use. Like, there was a point at some point, like, between friends and family, where flipping someone off was like waving hi, like, oh.
Well, yeah, so
You
I'm saying you're
care.
like, fuck you bastard, you're here. Oh, I love you.
What's up, you motherfucker? Come over here.
My good friend of mine, and I'm godfather to his 4 kids. That's how we would say hello to each other. It's like, hey, motherfucker, good to see you. Still get
Yeah, I
back.
got a lot of pictures of my brother with his friends in high school, and everyone's fucking throwing them. I'm like, does that mean love? Are they gay? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
But
You know, it's funny because when you said this, my brain was like, is that the love one?
yes.
Okay. Do you see how
This is
foreign?
Hang 10. This is the
Yeah,
metal
Shaka.
horns.
This is
Shocker.
the shocker.
Well, you have
Mhm.
Shaka and Shocker.
I didn't know there
Everyone's
was
like,
another
The
one.
reverse shocker. Now that's one where you found the right person. Like, when they take the reverse, and then
That's why you bought the ring, is it?
Yeah.
no,
Sorry.
whoa,
Sorry, Gabby.
no, we're not gonna get into that. Wait until she's met you first, and then we'll start making those jokes, and I'm gonna get in trouble for that one. Thank God she is somewhere where
How
there's no
dare
internet.
You have friends like that.
I know. By all accounts, everybody in his family loves me.
Mm-hmm. They just haven't met. They think I've met him up. Like, no, there's no such thing as a white guy like that. No, white people don't come like that.
No. He's somewhere beneath the surface. There's the hidden racist.
Yeah, see, but racism is amazing when it's done correctly. When it's done for humor. Out of hatred, it's terrible. But I think it was the first time I met you up at work. somebody told you that you couldn't do something, and you're like, what? Because I'm black, and the first thing without even looking at him, was like, nigga, please, you can't play that card up here. It had nothing to do with that. And then Charles, or
And that's immediately when I knew I liked him, because most of the time when I usually play it off like that. I used to play for a semi-pro adult league, and there was this one kid, he was black. Every other word out of his mouth was nigga. Like we had to purposely, and I hate to use it like this, muzzle him when a youth football coach came up to us and was like, hey, can you guys, want to, help out our practice while you guys are waiting for a field. You can come in, just give tips to our young kids. And so we got the team together, and I was like, okay, we'll go position groups and we'll just talk to them. I'm like, except for you, Fred. He's like, nigga, what do you mean? Nigga, he's like, I got talent.
That's it, right there.
He's like, nigga, I'm like, did you listen to the last 6 words you said?
Five of them were nigga.
We're in Valencia. There's maybe one Hispanic kid on that team. Don't go throwing out the N-word. He's like, Nick. I'm sorry. He's like, I swear I will control myself. I have things that I can teach. I'm like, all right, but I'm putting my position group next to yours, and if you slip out of line, we're gonna have to shut it down. Oh, okay, no worry, dog, no worries. And the first thing he goes over there says, I was like, all right, little. I was like, all right, kids, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna teach you proper how to catch a ball. I was dying. We were all dying for practice. It was amazing. But then this actually brings up my other point to the other thing we were saying. Let everybody use it. And again, that's going to make black people mad.
Yeah,
but that seems like the best way to do it, because then it's going to be like, fuck you. So some racist guy comes up, sees you like, that cop was like, hey, what are you doing, little nigger? And it's like, oh, nothing, officer. Just having a nice little nigger drink. With my white friend here.
Yes, this is a mint julep, sir.
Yeah. He said I can have one now because he's allowed to use the N-word. And we're gonna go have cheese sandwiches after this, sir. Shit. And that's the thing. And then no longer does this word have power, because even then, if you see, like, you say you are, white supremacist, nationalist, whatever, neo-Nazi, whatever the hell they're calling themselves these days. If you're one of them and you see a group of white people calling each other, nigga, with a black guy in there, and everybody's laughing, and they're calling each other nigga, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say about them at your next rally? Like, oh, those niggas. No, that means friend now. Shit. I mean, it's gonna lose its popularity. And like that episode of South Park where Chef was trying to, or Mr. Garrison was trying to make things like not cool about being gay so that he could get fired. And he goes to Chef. He's like, well, how do you guys make something not cool? It's like, well, we have to change it every time you Caucasians take something of ours.
Oh,
it used to be in the house. Then they went to his house. And now it's the flippity floppity flu. So if you got everybody saying flippity floppity flu, like you would even think black people would be like, you know what? Yeah, that word wasn't as cool as we thought. Because now everybody's saying it.
Well, that's how I feel about it, though. It's like either everybody should be able to use it without restriction, or nobody should be able to use it. Yeah. And the way that most people use it in popular culture today it has nothing to do with a negative connotation, because they take the R off the end of it. Once you throw that R on the end of it, it becomes bitter and angry and hateful, and nobody wants that. But you throw around, like, you my nigga. Yeah. This is my other nigga right here. See, everybody laughs and everybody has a good time. But like the when it started to become like, I've always used it. I've never cared, and none of my other friends have cared. Other black friends that I have.
You have other black friends?
I know, right?
I thought one was your quota, and I'm only half.
I thought he was your token.
Well, I mean, he is the token. He is my token.
Pretty much.
God damn it. I pretty much carry him everywhere I go.
He has a little black purse for me. It's great. It's got little air holes and stuff. I just pop out. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah,
we're gonna get a Charleston chew?
He rode in the trunk on the way here.
Yeah, you wish. The cops wished I rode in the trunk on the way.
It's kind of like a genie. You kind of like, yes, your nigger's here.
Well, yeah, the cops were looking at him. Oh, look, I guess he brought his butler to work with him today.
Why'd you dress him like people? That's what he said.
Yeah, look at him. He thinks he's people.
Shit.
But when it started to become a really big problem was the last season at the radio station, because I was the only white person working on the team in the radio station. I was the technical director, program director, who's a great person. She was black. The social media director, she was a great person. She was black.
Dark tan.
Whatever.
You know, see, my problem is this:
she's pigmented.
Is that I've actually tried to reach that color of spectrum, but I turn orange before I get there. You know, because you have to use one of those things. See, I only go olive. Like, I go dark olive. I can kind of get to where you're at right now.
Oh, I just came back from vacation.
You know
so
what I'm saying?
that's like, this is the last time.
That's like, that's a safe goal to set for me, right? Anything darker than that, it goes orange. There's like a hue to it. It's wrong. So for me, I can't really pin it as like, it's like if I can almost get there with some work, but I can't exactly, then you have a born-in tan. That's what you have. You have a born-in tan, and I fucking don't, and I'm jealous, and that's the end of it, right there.
See, I think that's actually the root of all the problem is the white people can't get tan enough, so they're mad. They're mad, and that's why they're using it. That's actually, if God,
I would agree with that. Okay,
That's why they wear hoods. They don't want to look at each other's pastiness. They're like, fuck, why can't we get tan?
Do you know how much better my muscle structure would look if I was dark all day long? I'd be like, oh God, I'm ripped.
There's too much shadow now. I can see.
Yeah, like I'm so fucking white, you can't see anything. It's just like, light. So, definitely. I mean, let's really think about this. We go back historically. Jefferson, how many dark women did he bang? I mean, fuck, he ran through the fucking crop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, hey, I'm going to be president.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a pretty good pickup line.
How many Jeffersons are out there? You know what I'm saying?
Some of them had their own team.
Ma'am, I'm the president. And when we start looking at how in an era where you're supposed to be, I guess, white supremacist. Is that the right thought in that era of time when you have slaves? You can't sleep with the dark people because that's like unloyal to your.
Well, actually, no. That wasn't really a stigma because they were seen as property. So it was yeah. Yeah, no, I was gonna make another joke about that.
You went there, and I was like, that's like fucking a goat, and that's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Because goats don't talk back.
But that's how it was kind of seen. Is like, what are they gonna do? Like, they can't. It's not considered rape. They're farm equipment. Like, so it's like, if you knocked one up, yeah, there would be a stigma about it. But like, if you started dating one, that would be seen as betraying your race. But if you're just using one to get off your carnal needs, other white people could, they may not like it, but they accept it because like, oh, well, he's just a dude and he needed to get off.
He paid for it.
Yeah. But as long as it was a dude,
way better than his wife.
He's like, do you see that badonka? Did I just create a new word? Is that what that is?
I'm gonna take it back to my flippity flop and have my way with her.
Oh God, but
we have a couple different Donald Glover. You know who Donald Glover is?
Absolutely.
Childish Gambino.
Mm-hmm.
He had that stand-up skit where he he's like, we just need a few white people to start using the word, in general. He's like, we need white people in general to start using this word. Now we might lose a few of you in the process. But the word will become a common word, and we'll get there. You know what I'm saying?
I saw that and I thought, challenge accepted. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, fuck yes. And
I've been accepting that challenge since middle school.
Morgan Freeman, I think, and I hate to quote because I don't want to quote, but there was a segment where he was talking about how because we have BET and because we continue to have this media recognized segregation.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. It's weird because it's not like, for some reason the common mass doesn't see it as segregation. They see it as a privilege. But as long as you have that separation, you're going to create segregation. You know what I'm saying? So until we get rid of BET, and I don't want to say we need to get rid of black entertainment. We just need to have black entertainment. It just needs to be fucking entertainment.
You have very little entertainment without black people.
Holy fuck me! Almost every fucking TV
which is
show.
why I don't understand why we have BET. Because I'm sorry, when you have a segment called Blackbuster Movies, I'm like, that is a thing. And then they showed Leprechaun 5: Back to the Hood. I'm like, no. This channel needs to end.
This is not okay.
Like this,
you're feeding.
Like
the problem.
that is not a movie black people should be proud of. Like I'm sorry, Sidney Poitier would not put his name on that. So and if he wouldn't do that, then you probably shouldn't show it. And yeah, I think, but basically the problem boils down to is human beings, and that is. Obviously, the root of all problems is that we're screwed up, fucked up people, and nobody wants to do. Or everybody wants to have it their own way, and they don't want to do things for the greater good.
So hold on. But black and nigga, they're fake. And what I mean by fake is that, so black doesn't exist unless you're in the United States. Okay, so if we go to Europe, right? If we go to we'll locate around old Europe, UK. So we go to old Europe, UK. You have blue blood. Blue blood was a recognition of lack of exposure of sun. So you could see your veins. It was like, holy fuck, you never see the sun, your blood is blue. Everyone's fucking blood is blue. It's just these motherfuckers are transparent. And so if you got exposed to sun, you were less than royalty because royalty was not exposed to sun. It's literally where that came from. And so then we come over, right? And keep in mind, we're not the first to do slavery. We're like the third on a mass level.
Duh.
Yeah.
No, this is it was Europe.
Yeah. So and so then we have this mindset already. I feel that when royalty is allowing people to take the ships to travel, so you're picking upper echelon people that you're trusting with your money, so they still recognize themselves. They what's the word I'm looking for? They relate to the blue bloods. You know what I'm saying? It's like their dad. Hey dad, can I take the ship over to the Americas? It's kind of like that. That's the mindset that's going on in these people's heads. It's like, Uncle Rick is letting son Carl borrow the fucking ship, whatever. Wrong names, but we could go into
Don't take the La Porsche, take the La Corvette.
And so they come over and they have the same childhood, so to speak. The history's in their head that the darker you are, the less value you have to society, right? So then you import people over who are really black, and so then all of a sudden their brain goes, not only are these people dark, but they're so fucking black that I don't relate to them. Like at a distance, I look at this person and I don't even see myself because they came from a society where you're white, and then if you're tan, you're not white. So fuck, this person's black. They're not even fucking tan.
Negro, you purple. What's wrong with you?
So then I kind of feel like this is where because if we go into the Caribbean islands, or if we go into Southern Africa, or if we go into South America, there's places throughout South America where fucking India, people are black, they work in farms, they're brown, they day trade or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then they have they have lighter people, but they don't like, their cousin could be light, their grandpa could be dark because he works in the farm, and they could just be fucking the normal, visual image in your head of what an Indian red dot person looks like. You are here. And we don't want to mess
Did you try turning it on and off first?
So when we look at Indian people, or people from India, we fucked shit up somewhere along the lines. Thanks, Columbus. When you go there, they don't have my fucking nephew is white and my grandpa is black. They just we're fucking people. You know what I'm saying? And he has a tan because he's in a farm and he's inside all day long and needs to be in the farm. And then if we go to the Caribbean, everyone is the majority of the people, don't want to say everyone are dark, but then you have light skin. And then the light skins, people who travel treat them differently. They treat them as if they're fucking white people. Like there's a psychological bullshit that fucking goes on in people's head that in the United States where black is a thing. It doesn't exist outside of the fucking United States. You come to the United States, you're black. Mm-hmm. And that's got to be weird as shit when you grow up in a place like South Africa or the Caribbean or Jamaica or fucking
or even the UK.
And you're not black. And then you come to America, and then you turn the corner, and you're in the fucking wrong neighborhood, and someone calls you a fucking nigga, and you're looking at them like, what is nigga? Please tell me what is nigga.
I actually had a conversation about something because, like, America is almost just like a place where everybody needs to feel better than everyone else. Like, you look at, like I was having this conversation, because I actually just recently found out, well, white people do this too, is like when you talk to people of any type of Latin descent, there is a hierarchy of Latin peoples. You know, and generally, whoever you're talking to is the highest one up. If you're talking to a Mexican, oh, Mexicans are better than everyone. If you're talking to a Cuban, oh, Cubans are better. Oh, Puerto Ricans. But everybody is supposedly decided on one thing: Salvies are the worst. I don't know how that happened. The few Salvi people I know are amazing people. But yeah, it's something. It's just something it seems that we do that we need to find that defines us somehow. Because, like, you know, you said that there is no black, but, you know, obviously, you know, there's been different ways that black people have been, or have defined themselves. You know, are we African American, or are we colored? You know, are we colored? Or, like, what are we calling ourselves today? And I remember having this conversation, and, you know, asked my mom, like, you know, like, oh, what would we called? And she's like, "Fool, I've never been to Africa. It's hot.
Yeah.
There are wild animals everywhere. We black." And then she goes, "Drink, Negro," and then I get her a drink. That is a true story. My mother said that to me, and everybody was dying. And he's just like, how do you not laugh at that? She's adorable. But yeah, it's just, and like you said, it's, I mean, obviously there's racism everywhere. I mean, there was a lot of that stuff in, like, South Africa. But, like, yeah, like, you see it so much more in this country about people I mean, for the longest time, Irish and Italians weren't considered white in this country.
Correct.
Yeah.
They were considered as equal to black people.
And it's like, we don't want black, and we don't want blacks, we don't want Chinese, and fuck those potato-eating Irish.
And
it's
Italians,
like,
the Italians.
Those
with their fucking
pasta-eating motherfuckers.
Pasta-eating, fancy leather shoe-making motherfuckers.
Like, thank you for the food. Go. Fucking
That's-
cannolis, amazing.
That's
Leave.
that's what white nationalists. That's why that movement has come up. They've gotten all the food they need from the other people.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you guys can go now.
home.
We got your recipe
We got
books
it.
now.
Leave.
We're good. We'll find our own. No more cheese sandwiches for us.
We
You
got your
sons of
plants.
bitches.
Oh my word. Yeah.
Good Lord.
I had a great one day. I was talking to, I don't remember where and when and who, but I asked, you know, like, is it black? Is it colored? And the guy looked at me and he started laughing and he's like, "Motherfucker, I am not an option on the washing machine." Okay.
He does say that shit.
I like, oh my god, I never. Wow. Okay, you're black. Got it. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, we prefer woolite. Everyone thinks it sparkles, but no, it's the woolite.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's good stuff. Oh man.
Yeah, we have a really like Obama. Okay, so the thing with me and Obama, right? Obama is Hawaiian. I don't give a fuck who you are. We had a black president. No, we had a motherfucking Hawaiian president. How many other fucking presidents prior to him could surf? Name one.
I can't. There is
And with them ears, he can windsurf.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's my boy right there.
so my whole thing is that like no, that's Hawaiian. That's raised by a grandmother who's Hawaiian, and I don't. And if you do his fucking ancestry chart, you know what I'm saying? Like, what, 13% of him came from fucking Africa? Like if that, you know, I probably got more African descent than he does. And that's I know that I got big nose holes. You know what I'm saying? How come I got big nose holes and a great vertical jump? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened?
Why don't I have a vertical jump, and why am I not taller?
Yeah.
I tried to blame that on my mom once, and she taught me a lesson.
No, I mean, you know, in history you learn that, like, the Moors raided Italy, and then my ancestry is supposed to be from southern Italy, and so that means that there's that black people raped the white people, and then they made new Italian people, and then poof, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's why you guys grab your crotch as much as we do.
yeah, yeah.
It's right here, right?
This is where I gotta pick it up. It's dragging.
That's why I'm not allowed to wear shorts in public.
Oh, it's a nice breeze. How come there's a breeze? Oh shit.
Yeah, I forgot to wrap it. My bad.
I got road rash again.
Anybody got medical tape? I got any pre-wrap.
Fucking road rash.
Oh my word.
Oh shit! I stepped on it.
No! Ow!
Do you ever use that as a pillow between your knees when you're sleeping?
No, it gets a little awkward at night.
Yeah, it just starts to squeeze the blood out of it. It's tingling. It's tingling. Oh my word.
Good Lord.
Oh my god.
Yeah, our society is fake. It's fake. It's really weird when you sit. If you go to school, I swear, you know, your parents tell you go to school. Go to school. Go to school. And you learn about social construction. Like if you sit in enough social science classes, like starting to learn about how culture or ethnic background affects the development of the person. You really start to see that like we've created some fake shit here.
Mm-hmm.
Like some seriously fake shit, some false lines, and now that this whole transgender population thing, movement, I don't know. Like they've always existed. I can't say that they haven't existed, and I can back it medically why they exist. So I can look at the situation and go, okay, well you fucked up. See? You know, anytime a doctor tries to designate, anytime a doctor designates a sex or a gender, you don't want to put a gender because gender is, but
Gender's the new nigga right now.
yeah. So they actually we talked about this. They have a card. It's like this big. It's a little card, and it says Philometer, and on the top it has measurements for a penis, and on the bottom it has measurements for a clit. And if the clit passes too far, then they designate that as a boy. And if the penis is too, then they designate it as a girl. And then they do whatever recorrective they need to do, and then they support it by hormones later. And so you literally have a percentage of the population born what science wants to say is sexually ambiguous.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the odds if 1 out of fucking 10, according to medicine, is sexually ambiguous, that these are the people that are not associating to the assigned, you know what I'm saying? Because we have, it's basically like we're given a car from birth. You know what I'm saying? Like I come out, I got the white car, he got the white car, you got the brown car, or black car, or Indian car, or whatever fucking car you want to drive.
Native American car. My car doesn't have a red dot in the middle of the hood.
Yeah. Hey. So you got your fucking
eagle feathers on the top, man.
Straight.
It's gotta look badass.
You can fucking choose your car depending on the week.
Exactly.
You know, say, no, I'm black this week. Sorry.
That would be great.
Um,
That'd be great if I had that kind of money.
But yeah, so the same thing with these
I would
people.
put eagle
a little
feathers
bit,
on it.
I kind of feel a little bit more extreme because the color things there too. You could be black and transgender, white transgender, Asian transgender. But you have these people who you're assigning a car. You know, you're saying, this is your fucking car. And then at 12 they go, sweetie, I'm sorry, that's not my car. You know, and like they were given the car that's like, this is my car. You know,
I wanted the pink Mini.
You know, like
Oh,
fucking.
come on. You could be transgender and still enjoy muscle cars. There's two things in this country that bring people together, and that's guns
And muscle cars?
and muscle cars.
I thought it was boobs.
That's it. That's still a toss-up.
Oh.
Muscle was
Yeah.
Because I'm an ass guy myself. Don't get me wrong. I
So
enjoy
can we just say
a
curves?
nice set.
Can we say curves?
Yes.
So
yes,
3
yes.
things. 3 curves, guns, cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Excuse me.
And
So
the Bible Belt, Jesus.
yeah. So we where were we?
Yes, I'm sorry about this, Jesus. I still believe in you.
So the trans thing, like if back to India, right? The transgender population is like, yeah, just if you go over there, be careful. The girls have extra toys. You know, like you know not to go in that neighborhood unless you're curious. Here the problem's a little bit different. You know, you get home with her and then you reach around and you're like, whoa, she has something extra.
I got one of these. Why's mine smaller? Something ain't right here.
Yeah, so
I'll figure it out in the morning.
I think I'm going to be paying for more than just dinner.
right now they're being attacked, kind of historically how the African American population was attacked.
Shh! Don't you say that. They get mad.
I said kind of.
The purple people be pissed when you say that.
I said kind of. And I was gonna give examples, right? It's not like they're being shoved to the back of the bus, but you know, like the whole bathroom bullshit. And I kind of feel that it's bullshit. It's like, look, if you identify as a woman and you have a penis, but you identify as a woman and you look like a fucking woman, go use the fucking woman's bathroom.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. If you want to use the men's bathroom and you look fucking hot, you can expect me to fucking stare. Like straight up. If your tits are nice, you have a beautiful face, you sound like a fucking woman, and you pull a dick out and you're using the fucking urinal, I'm gonna gawk. I'm fucking sorry. Go to the ladies, use the fucking stall. That's why they have fucking stalls in the ladies. You know, that's just don't stand and pee, because the other girls will fucking wonder, like, how come someone standing?
She's got a shiwi.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, I just want to clarify this because I don't want to rub any feathers the wrong way too much, because like I said, I haven't had the complete black experience growing up. Like I grew up in a white neighborhood. I grew up in the fucking jungle. Forest. I'm sorry.
He's like, where? North, south, continent.
There was a lot of trees around and a lot of white folk. But
what state was this?
it's between here and it's a little bit up north.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm just trying to visualize the tree line.
Shit, where was I? Oh yeah. Because so I can't specifically like I made the joke that like, oh, black people don't like it when you say their struggle is similar, but it is, and. It sucks when people sit there and say, well, my struggle was harder because of this, this, and this. It's like, well, I'm sorry, I didn't grow up with that struggle. Not that I don't sympathize with it, like I said. Like, you know, I'm all with using the N-word if everybody gets to use it. But, you know, my uncle, who is considerably darker than I am, he grew up in a different way. And he grew up in New York. So I can't really speak to his, but, like, as far as you were saying, like, you know, with the trans, like, you know, whether you're saying like, oh, perverts can be going into the you know, the different bathrooms and taking pictures. I'm sorry, have you not seen the internet? That shit's been going on for a long time before this law was ever coming out. And don't tell me it was men dressed up as women going in there and putting. It's like you would tell. You'd be like, hey, that Arnold Schwarzenegger looking motherfucker just walked into the bathroom and he had his phone out. I think something should be done about that. So. Yeah, and I think I was talking to you about this. We, like, as far as politics go, the politicians, yeah, we are so consumed about the small things that we think, or that they're concerned about the small things that they think are important. Like, you know, we got a president who's over there, who's inciting war with, you know, a tiny crazy dude with a jacked up haircut like himself. Why are we worried about who can use the bathroom and where? Especially if they identify. Like, obviously, again, there are going to be perverts no matter what. They're not going to be wearing a dress. You could see, you know, some guy who just doesn't give a fuck walk in with you know, a polo shirt and pants. And have his freaking 4K camera out and taking pictures, and he won't care. Because mall security ain't going to stop him. You know?
Fucking Paul Blart to the rescue.
Exactly, yeah. That shit ain't going to happen, especially if he's brazen enough to do that. So it's not... we are so concerned about things like, you know, gender identification, or, you know, whether or not gays can get married, and it's fucking stupid. Yeah. They're human beings. That's it. That's all.
The resources that we're spending and allocating.
Oh my God.
To an area that we should not be focusing on.
Yeah, like
live your life. Are you happy? You're happy. You're happy. Okay, great. They're happy. Next.
Just
they're
don't
fucking happy.
Just don't fuck animals. Okay,
we call them gay because they're fucking happy, right?
Exactly. Like, just don't fuck animals because there's no consent.
You know the
That's
problem.
all I'm saying.
You know that I see that problem there. I love women, and fucking women are crazy, and that makes my life
Except for you, baby, if you're listening.
miserable.
You are not crazy.
Right? So I'm not willing to figure this out, but I want to know. I feel like we should invite a gay couple in and be like, "Are you happy? Is it okay?" Because when you have two, and I'm looking at this hormonally, we're gonna take a break from the N word. Hormonally, could you imagine?
No way, nigga.
Could you imagine having testosterone and testosterone? Like, first off, I don't like how a dude smells. So there's no way on God's green motherfucking earth that I ever want to live with a dude and be like, oh, baby, you. And so like, I love how women smell, and that's my default right there.
Okay.
But I want to know psychologically if there's less conflict in that house because there's no estrogen testosterone conflict. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if they really are happy. Like, if the fucking word gay, gay meant happy. So I wonder if these motherfuckers really are happy. Like,
it is a curious question, actually.
Is there less emotional conflict within? Because imagine two women. You link to the same cycle. So you both bleed the same week. You're like, all right, honey, my shit, your shit, we both take a break. We're in separate rooms this week. Separate rooms.
Okay, well, yeah, well, now you're confusing fiction with reality, because let's face it, emotion is that's a human game, and like you said, like, women are crazy.
Hormones.
Yeah, but women be crazy, and they can still be crazy to other women. But again, like, to your point, like, I have two gay couples in our family, and it's all four, or it's women. And their relationship puts any straight relationship I've ever seen, including mine, to shame.
In terms of what?
In terms
functioning.
of, yeah, like, happy. And it's not to say, like, oh, it's not to say that it's, like, perfect, because obviously
There's
perfect
just
doesn't
less conflict.
It just and it seems that way. Like, everything that they've shown, everything that I've seen, it's disgusting. It's like when you see one of those super happy couples and you're like, ugh, gross.
God, why couldn't I have been born a woman? Well, time to transition.
I still love boobies, just want to let you know.
I don't understand gay men or straight women.
But yeah, it's just. I'm sorry, I don't mean to.
No, go ahead.
On. This is your show.
You're
I mean,
white.
I
Shut up.
Oh.
You have no value, you white angles.
Yeah, this is soundproof now. They all know. I'm gonna push you around.
Yeah.
This is my reparations. I'm taking it out now.
Officer.
No, he can't hear you. He can't hear you, officer, in here.
Yeah,
You
but
better get on that phone.
They know you're here, though. They saw me driving you here on the freeway, and I looked.
You gotta get the high sign out the window.
You put him in the front seat.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have put him in the
You
front
done
seat.
fucked up now.
You went and put value on him.
Fucking dressed him up in people clothes.
Oh man.
Let him sit with the seat heater on. He had his own vent in the car. I fucked
Why?
up.
Why? Why would you do that? What were you thinking?
You progressive thinking motherfucker.
I was just assuming that he's just a friend, a person.
Fucking liberals.
Fucking, don't get me going on fucking liberals.
Yeah.
Go ahead, say something about liberals.
Yeah, you love liberals, don't
I
you?
fucking hate liberals.
Yeah, you love them. I know you love them.
They are the biggest wrinkle on American society, is what they
Oh
are.
my god.
They fucking they make everything that is not important. Things like fucking PC feeling, like I don't understand it. The reason our language is so
Are we
restricted.
talking about millennials or are we talking about?
Yes, the millennials and liberals are the same thing,
Okay.
especially in California, because they're bred to be that way. They don't know any better. They're not taught to think for themselves or to have an opinion. They're just taught to have feelings, and then that their feelings are more important.
Their
than
feelings
everybody
are
else.
important.
Yeah, but their feelings are more important than everybody else's.
Because
which
their
is-
feelings are important.
I mean, they grow up with fucking participation.
No, you don't understand.
awards.
Their feelings are important.
Their feelings don't mean fucking shit to me.
I grew up with participation awards, and
Holy fuck that.
right? I know.
You fucking lost. Go home.
but
Take
you-
a Sharpie. Right? Loser.
It's,
That's it. Call it a day. Maybe next week you'll get one.
No,
lesson.
my teacher put that on all my tests, and I was like, what does that mean?
Fantastic.
What is L?
F means fantastic.
It means you're fucking stupid, you idiot. You misspelled your name. It's so long. But yeah, this true sense of entitlement. Now, I have been a little bit. I've known to throw that around for a little bit, but at the same time, I was also, taught like, you work hard, and that's how you get what you want. So even though, like, at work I'm getting treated like shit, it's like, well, it's not going to keep me from working. I'm just going to find a place where maybe I'm more appreciated.
Is it because you're black?
God, I wish more things happened because I was black.
I just want to see you go to work and be like, this is because I'm black. And that's how the president felt.
Yeah.
God, you imagine being cock-blocked for 8 years? Like, straight fucking cock-blocked by the house for 8 years. Just straight, like, fuck. It's like...
It has to be a different word, because if they all whipped it out, he'd be like, yeah, we're doing this?
Straight up.
Because if this is how we gonna pass laws...
I understand why Michelle has not left it. That fucking thing is huge.
That's why she needs leg day. Shit!
It's holding up the foundation for this big White House.
She's sleeveless because she just got fucked. She's preventing the sweat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, he just stretched me out. Sorry. We love you, Brock. We love you.
Barry. He goes by Barry.
He goes, yeah, he's not the president anymore. It's Barry.
How come you went white? Barry. Hello, my name is Barry.
Well, I mean,
No. He like Barry White. Now all he does is, hello, everybody.
Oh.
You'll never find. That's how he starts all of his speeches now. He just starts singing Barry White, and everybody, men and women in the crowds are going, oh, get him back in the office. Get him back in the White Office.
Why did we put a white man in the White House?
I know. That's why the press is mad at Trump. They don't get that same feeling when they're talking to him at a press conference. They're like, oh, I'm dry as shit. Where's Barack doing his next speaking engagement? I'm not even going to go there for work.
He was a fucking smooth talker, wasn't he?
Because he's fucking smart. Because he's smart.
Yeah. He's intelligent.
Yeah,
he's fucking smart.
He added gravitas
if you
to
have
every
an IQ,
single fucking thing.
It happens.
It was like not even just the words he used, but the way he formed his sentence structure. It always built up to something, and you were just like,
he's fucking Hawaiian.
I just want to listen to you talk.
I'm just totally going to give it to the islands. And be like, it's because of the islands.
Listening to him talk was like looking at Keanu Reeves when he was younger. It's like, this motherfucker's, like, it would take you out of your element.
I don't feel that way about
This motherfucker's beautiful.
My sister does, so you just got in good with another person in my family.
It's like Iz. You know who Iz is from Hawaii? The big Polynesian guy that passed away that played the ukulele?
Yeah.
The big fucking...
The dude that did Tiny Bubbles?
Yeah.
He died?
We talking the original Don Ho? He died a long time ago.
Oh, no, he died.
Right? And then the big guy,
yeah.
He's dead. Yeah, he passed.
Oh.
Yeah, his name was Iz. Or Israel. But Iz.
Did he die choking on a whole pig? Like right off the barbecue?
It was one of the ribs.
Ugh.
He was trying to go
It's always
for the
the
whole,
ribs.
Yeah. But yeah, so I look at it like, it doesn't, when you come from that type of background, you just are fucking love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just joy and love, and like he even said, my parents died because they ate themselves to death, pretty much. And he knew he was gonna die early because he was big, because he was going to eat himself to death. And but that's not the point of this. The point is that when you're exposed to that culture, the way that you emit energy is different. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's wholesome, it's organic, it's loving, it's pure. It's not this fucking corrupt political agenda of needing to get ahead. And I think that's where he went wrong. Because if he would have walked in with more of like a tactical mindset, he would have gotten more done. But instead, he walked in with his heart, and he got fucked over. And at the end of the 4 year, he's like, I have nothing other to do than push executive orders.
Uh-huh.
So he pushed executive orders because no one would fucking help him. And then the same thing happened in the 4-year term, the second 4-year term. It's like when you fucking cockblock someone, and for me, it's like picture a really attractive woman on the corner sucking a lollipop. You know what I'm saying? And like playing with her tits, but then you realize like she's 15, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Your parents need to have you inside. This is
I
ugly."
plead the fifth.
You know, so I kind of feel like that's what he went through. You know what I'm saying? Like they literally just teased him. Like, go ahead. Oh no, you're black. Sorry, you're black.
We just saw that coming in.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, the reason I brought up that there was a girl in our neighborhood who acted like that. Like she would literally like go stand out on the corner and just like suck a fucking lollipop, and it was like, what the fuck happened in your childhood? Where you feel the need. So that was literally a projecting image. And I don't want to use the name because she was literally only like 3 doors down. But she literally would stand outside in fucking mom whore clothes. Her mom dressed like a whore, so I use the reference, mom whore clothes. And inappropriate behavior, like waiting for someone to pick her up.
Yeah.
Like $20, $25? How much were we going?
That happens in the building I live in right now.
But yeah, so I kind of feel
And
like
he's the one in the Daisy Duke sucking on the lollipop.
You better believe it.
you must be making bang. You haven't bought a house yet?
It's tough on the streets around that.
He's figuring out the tax thing, so you know he's
Yeah.
got to use
What
this
bracket?
as a front.
Yeah.
He's got to use this as a front, launder that money.
Yeah.
You know, he's being smart about it. That's why he's bringing that analytical mind to whoring.
So yeah, so Brock he kind of got fucked pretty hard by the House and the Senate and everyone. No one stood behind him. They all shook his hand and smiled to his face, and then, you know.
And that's the one thing.
Like even his own party abandoned him.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
that's
Yeah.
exactly about what I was gonna say.
Well, you got to understand the Democratic Party doesn't want to support a black man. Like we go back in history, the Democratic Party created the separation of the black house.
The Democratic Party created slavery.
Wait, there was a black house before a White
Right,
House,
yeah,
or was
you're
it next door?
We're talking about African American.
It was the shed in the garden.
So when we look in the early 1900s, we can see a very active movement to tell African American women that they don't need the man; they can depend on the state, and that's where we accumulated this huge welfare problem. That's where it stemmed from, so to speak, and that's why one of the biggest problems in African American households is the absence of the father. Is that there's this like bullshit that the Democratic Party put in their head, where you don't need the man. Excuse me. And so the Democrats. It's really cool because the last 4 elections, I think we're seeing an awakening. You know, over the last 15, 20 years, we're starting to see people realize that the Democratic Party like look at Flint, Michigan. You know, like holy fuck me. And so they finally all realized like you aren't here for us. Like you're not fucking here for us. You're here for you. And so now people are starting to realize the Democratic Party is there for them just as much as the Republican Party is there for the Republican Party.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't. There's a great image of an Indian, like an old fucking headdress Indian, like old man, and he says, "What if I told you that the left wing and the right wing come from the same bird?" Mm-hmm. And it's like, fuck, you are smart. Like, because to think that their agenda is any different, you're wrong. You're wrong. Like, yeah,
No.
we can say that the Republicans did not create the systemic issue of destroying a population of people's, you know, house structure. But how many other fucking people did they destroy? You know, we look at the Republicans toss people's children into war like they're fucking, you know, pawns on a chessboard. So it's like, oh, they're expendable. So it's okay for the Republicans to throw lives away in that direction, but it's not okay for the Democrats to fuck over African American families. It's like they're equal. You're both fucking sides don't care. And my whole point here was Brock was Hawaiian.
Is that what this fucking conversation came
Fucking
from?
45 minutes.
He is not a nigga, okay? He is a fucking Hawaiian. Like, so all of you white folks out there who just fuck, man. Go to Detroit.
Flint, Michigan's got a glass of water for your ass.
It's like that flaming Dr. Pepper. Before light it on fire, blow it out, down it.
Except for that shit ain't going out. Not in Flint, Michigan. It's not. Like, that was not whipped cream. That was a fire extinguisher.
Right. Oh, we have a new candle. Oh, nice.
And for 12 days it burned. Fuck your menorah.
Holy water. This is fucking holy water.
Oh my goodness.
The holiest.
Reno's next. Reno's next.
Reno.
I'm calling it. I know no one cares. Reno's
Yeah,
next.
that's because it's Reno.
Yeah.
People
Well,
care
no.
more about Flint, Michigan than Reno.
Well, when we look at what happened in Flint, Michigan, so you have
the
a bunch of
shittiest
major,
little big city on the planet. Go ahead.
you have a
I'm
bunch
sorry.
of major corporations that came in and created footprints, and then you create these footprints which create population demand. So then all these people move in like, yay, we got fucking work, and then they all move in and they get work, and then all of a sudden the fucking corporation that works under the rules of capitalism. You know, when someone says, I don't want you to capitalize me, or you're fucking capitalizing off me, capitalism. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me. So we oh, that sounded great.
Oh,
So
it
we
felt amazing.
so where was I running with this?
I don't know.
Capitalism.
Capitalism.
People-
Capitalism.
Yeah, yeah. So, fuck, it's gone.
Capitalization.
How do we rewind this?
DJ, play that back.
Yeah.
So they're coming in. They're leaving footprints in town.
Oh yeah. So okay. Well,
Major
what happened to Flint was that with capitalism, it's not free trade. It's called free trade. Bullshit. If it was free trade, they'd be able to do whatever they want. So it's limited trade. But what they did is they realized that why fucking keep factories here? We can put factories here, and then we save money.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, the biggest misconception, first off, let's start with 85% of the loss is due to technological advances. Less than 15% was actually due to moving shit over to another country. So we did lose 15% of labor. I'll give it that. Excuse me, I need water. We're fucked. It's okay.
I saw some.
Okay, we're
Wait,
fine.
are we allowed to use our product placement here? Because you had some
What's up?
apple juice up there.
Oh no, we're good. And so
That stuff is good to the core.
what ends up happening to the
Oh my
core?
God. You gullible white guy. Do you think smart water also makes you smarter?
Yes.
Raise
Raise my
Absolutely.
IQ 2 points. So, when the corporations leave, you have a large mass of people without work. And not only are those people not paying taxes, but now the corporation is not paying taxes. So the city infrastructure has no financial support. So it just goes, and it just does what Flint, Michigan did.
Or Detroit.
Right? And so what we have with Reno right now is that Tesla is producing the second largest factory footprint in the world, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's the world. And then Google is producing a very large footprint there. And I think there's a company called Spark. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I keep meaning to look that up, and
Excuse
I keep
me.
forgetting to do it.
And then so basically all these companies are coming in and they're building these huge footprints. And then in about 15 years from now, they're all going to leave. And they're going to be leaving due to either technological advances or shipping labor somewhere else because it's cheaper. So then you end up with a city which had a drastic increase in population in a very short period of time. And then those people are out of work.
The bubble will burst.
And then the corporations leave, and then you end up with flammable water. Just like that. That's how it goes. I mean, literally, flammable water. I mean, not to say that Lake Tahoe is right around the corner and, the Truckee River wouldn't deliver fresh water, but that's not the point. The point is...
It costs too much money.
Yeah.
That's why they'll pay Nestle to ship them in fucking bottles.
Bottle at a time.
The bottles aren't even standard size. Those fucking greedy sons of bitches. They're like this.
The little ones.
They're the little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I keep a couple in the car.
what was it? Friend of my dad's friend. When we were having this huge drought down here. There was a pipeline idea to get from Washington to California to deliver fresh water in time of drought.
Yeah.
But it was too much money to do because he used to be a city contractor. So he was, I guess he was informed in case his company was going to do parts of the, pipeline down here in L.A. So it's like, yeah, they instead of in Flint, like fixing the pipes, replacing them so that they wouldn't rust out and shit. It costs too much money.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna put less money in our pockets if we go and do that.
Mm-hmm.
If we use the taxpayer money, what it's supposed to be used for. And like you said, this is both sides of our government that's screwing them over. Because as much as we like Barack Obama, at any one point he could have said, "What's happening in Flint is wrong, and we need to get down there and fix something." He could have done for the Standing Rock Sioux the same thing because the Dakota Access Pipeline was clearly in violation of the regulations that were set by when they said they can build that thing. So as much as I love Barack Obama, he wasn't perfect, and again, like you said, he was getting cock-blocked. So there's not a whole lot of things he could have done. But you still need to speak up. If you're going to say you are the party for the people, for all the people, especially the disenfranchised, especially those that want to be forgotten, or that other people want to forget, you got to fucking stand up and say something. So if you don't stand up and say something, and that's, that was one of the things that Trump ran on, like, the disenfranchised people, or the people that think they're disenfranchised right now, are the middle class, white working man. And it's like, who are we replacing you with? Black people? Trust me, you don't want to spend a day as a black person.
No. No. Well, what it's interesting. I mean, what he pitched to was ignorance.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we also got to remember that ignorance just means unknowing. So we can't just say like, oh, they're ignorant. I didn't say arrogant. I said ignorant.
It's ignorant.
Correct word. Yeah. So
we shouldn't treat. Sorry.
Why are you bringing all the soul to this?
I'm
the black guy on the show.
We have something labeled as a masculinity crisis right now, and actually, this in history, like when we look at the male population, the white man is at its lowest psychological state of mind in history ever. Like, the more white people commit suicide on a daily basis, probably associated to the military.
Right.
And when we look at, so and the masculinity crisis doesn't fall within just the white person, but the white person has I feel, and I can say this out of ignorance, I have not done my research, but when we removed all of those jobs, when aerospace left, when we started removing literally the working class of America due to technology and things like that, when we removed a lot of the white people from positions, and I hate saying we, society removed a lot of white people from positions and brought in minorities. And they brought in minorities because of either social stress or cheaper cost and labor. It's a combination of two. It's like, you can't have all white people, and these people are cheaper. So we end up now with a bunch of white people who feel like their jobs were taken, and their jobs weren't taken they feel the jobs were taken by the minority, but the jobs weren't taken by the minority. Because if we still had that 85% decrease in productivity associated to technology, if that never happened, then we would never be in a position to where we'd be feeling the removal of the working class. Once we remove the working class, we put all men, in a situation to where their masculinity is at threat, because they're not the head provider, they're at home, the woman's a provider, and then we have a conflict in financial structure where male income goes down, removing high paid white, replacing it with minority, lower pay, fucking over man, and women went up. But they never really, it's not like the woman actually met the same level as man's pay, male pay, how do I fucking say it, my brain's thinking too much. But they came close enough.
You're using genders, and that's wrong.
It's so wrong. But they became close enough to where now the man isn't the breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? The woman or the man is the breadwinner, and it's just as difficult for a man to find a job as it is for a woman. So now there's this whole crisis within a man's head of like, I don't have control of my society.
Well, they all want to. No, I can't talk.
Blah 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 blah.
I'm not here to talk nonsense. To blah blah blah. Anyway, every man, I think, at some level or another, has this desire to be the alpha male in whatever situation it is that they're in. And if they can't, some of them it's more important than others. Like, I know there are some people who are more than happy to let their wife be the breadwinner and be the stay-at-home dad and take care of things at home. And I know people that would just fucking lose their shit if their girlfriend made more money than them, and they would just, like, to the point to where tell them, you can't have that job because it's my role to be the dominating figure in this relationship. Or it's important for me to be the dominating, alpha person in this household. But I don't understand. I don't understand it. Fucking.
Well, I can probably give you some perspective on this, because there's one of the reasons. And I'm not trying to make the show all about myself, but I'm loud and I love to talk. But for me, that was actually a big problem. Like,
Welcome to the Angel Show.
Yeah. We rebranding this shit, Negroes. It's about to get purple in here.
What color purple you got? I got purple behind you. I want you to point out this fucking purple.
It's no longer a black card. We changed colors. Like we changed
you're
washing
gonna
cycles.
You're gonna have to talk to the LTBGE fucking VWSGN.
STDGTI.
Those motherfuckers. Not only
BMW.
Not only are they taking every letter, but they took all the fucking colors. They took the rainbow. I didn't know if you noticed. They took the fucking
that's
rainbow.
right. Those sons of...
Yeah, so you're gonna have
We
to.
got nothing now.
You're gonna have to fucking send over an email and be like, we would like purple. Is it okay if you have all the colors but purple?
You can't have purple. You definitely can't have indigo, but we'll find you something in the middle.
Yeah, we'll find.
How do you feel about violet?
Does violet work with you?
That was one of the big things. I've been going out with her for 9 years, and I always thought that I needed to make enough money to support her, and she had kids before me. So my biggest hang up was that I couldn't provide her the type of life that I think that I should have.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a shitty thing on my part because, like you said, like how can I expect to get when education is apparently so prevalent for things, but I have a lot of work experience. Somebody can get a degree but not know what I know about work, not have the same work ethic as I do. But so I get these all these crappy jobs, and then I kind of projected that on the relationship, like, oh shit, I couldn't provide, so yeah, screw you.
Fuck me.
Yeah. And that was a horrible way to think. Like, I mean, not that I should just, throw away masculinity altogether, but, kind of got to swallow your pride in situations and realize, like, she's got a, pretty decent job right now. It's way better than the one I'm in. And I'm just looking to, help out at this point until I do get something better. And I think that actually shows, maybe not masculinity, but a little bit more maturity, something that we need, growth. There you go, something that needs to be found in times like this. Like when you hear millennials say, "Well, you guys screwed up this, you guys screwed up that," it's like, well, you kind of need to grow up and live with it now, because like complaining about it, which I said I've done, complaining about it doesn't fucking do anything. You have to invoke the change yourself. And if you're not willing to do that, if you're going to sit back and not be a part of, moving forward, that growth, you're just a fucking millennial bitching about you're fucking in and out, not serving vegan food.
Yeah, no, you're just standing there waiting for your life participation award. That's all you're doing. Fucking go out and do something.
I hear they're fake platinum now. Fuck that fake gold. It's fake platinum.
Wow.
Platinum.
White privilege.
It's gonna be rough when they find out their degree isn't just handed to them.
I know. You actually have to show up. You have to do something. You have to be intelligent.
Pass a test.
With when they started to legalize marijuana here, what was it, last semester or the semester before? Is that when about it started?
What are you talking about? Recreational? Or are we
Yeah, recreational.
Recreational doesn't happen until January 1st. 18.
Yeah, but when the law passed,
it passed in January.
Yeah. So
excuse me.
Fucking how lazy all these millennial kids are. They're like, oh yeah, this is so amazing. It's going to be legalized, and then we were in school at the time, and the whole big thing was the campus police started posting up signs. You can't, just because it's going to be legal, you can't smoke pot in the designated smoking areas on campus.
Well, yeah, it's a school property, it's federal law.
Yeah.
Like, no.
It's like I'm on my way into the radio station, and these fucking kids, far younger than me, probably 18, 19 years old, are like butthurt because now they have to choose between going to class or getting high. It's like they want to get high.
How did you get to school? Why didn't you get high on the way to school? I'm not condoning.
But you can get high at home and take the bus.
Yeah. Or, excuse me, when the bus drops you off, you have the parking lot, you got to cross the street, and then you got to walk to campus. You got a minute. Like, you could get blunted real quick.
Your social studies teacher's car. He's smoking weed.
Yeah,
the dude driving the beige Volvo fucking station
if
wagon.
someone is sitting in their car over there in the bus depot, they're prepping for school. They're prepping.
It was like their whole thing was, well, I'm fucking pissed off because I can't smoke weed before I go to class because they won't let us smoke weed in the parking lot with the people smoking cigarettes. I'm like, really? Like, were you even really going to go to class anyway?
Let me ask you.
You're in your first year.
Are you also mad that they don't let you drink and drive? It's this like that's the other thing they don't get. It's like, okay, that's why they're waiting to do, for January 18th, because that's when they can solidify all the laws and and how they're going to tax it and all that stuff. But it's like, it is still it affects your motor functions, So you can't smoke and drive. You can't like in California, you can't drink on the sidewalk. This is not Vegas. They're not going to just let you smoke wherever you want right now. And you definitely can't fucking smoke and then say like, "Oh, I'm just going to have a little bit. I'm going to go to class and then go home." Well, if you're still under the effects, guess what? Your ass is going to get pulled over. So in fact, those police are saving your ass. The campus police or whoever is saving your ass because you don't know what you're an idiot. I couldn't find a better word for it. And I was like, it's just, don't be stupid. Just do it at home. Do it when you're on vacation.
When Nevada went rec a few months ago, they just said, smoke in your house. It's the legal place. The only legal place you can consume marijuana is in your home.
Well, that's pretty much how California is going too.
Yeah.
It's like now you can pretty much, even if you're medicinal, you can own. I think you can own more than you could in the past, but you can't smoke it anymore other than your place.
Yeah.
Your place of residence.
Which is awesome. Like, go get high at home.
Yeah.
We have enough people freaking, driving around inebriated and shit, going to bars and stuff, even though we have things like Uber. Taxis have been around for a good long while.
Yeah, but that cuts into your bar tab. That's the problem. It's like, I just put $60 worth of gas in my truck, and I got about $30 left for beer. Oh, fuck, is it Thursday? It's $2 beer, and I'm going to go drink me some, and I'm going to drive home.
That's when you go to the store and get yourself some natty ice.
Natural ice for when you've just given the fuck up.
I just have to say, I'm looking at this table. Did you have strippers in here? It's freaking really glittery.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
I got bored.
Yeah, Michael got bored, and...
Because I also see, like, the pink nail polish here.
I don't know.
It's the stripper.
We don't know where that came from.
Michael was kind enough to let me help pick the colors of the glitter that went into the table.
Oh. There was your first problem right there.
I built a lot of studios. So when I did this,
I've been told.
I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna do
This is our third one.
I wanted to just like do something different. Like I put fucking metal flake in it just to see, and like, I don't know. It needs to be sanded, and it needs another layer of clear. It's still rough.
Yeah, if you run your fingers over it and you watch the first few episodes of the studio that we did in here.
Yeah, that's what David did repetitively.
Yeah. Speaking of which, or are we not going there today?
Hold on.
I was told we were going to talk trash about somebody.
Which one's going to dim? I'm trying to figure out which light's going to work right now.
Hello. Oh, sorry, I was readjusting this.
Hello.
Oh, it's that one over there. Okay, cancel.
Are we doing the rest of this in an English accent?
I
now
don't
we're
know,
gonna
mate.
do it in Australian, you fucking cunt. I don't know.
That's about as Australian as I'm going to get. And Foster's.
Ooh, I'm trying to.
Australian
Foster's is an American beer marketed for fucking belligerent Australians.
I'm trying to unbleach your face.
My face?
Now,
Your face.
Am I fucking super white right now?
Yeah.
that actually ruined my childhood more than like those stupid articles on the internet like, oh, Rugrats was just this person's delusion and all of that. I'm like, that's retarded. You telling me that that Foster's is not actually Australian beer? That ruins my childhood.
Yeah, it's not. It's American beer.
That is ridiculous. I'm officially mad.
Foster's, Australian for beer, brewed in Milwaukee.
Foster's.
Foster's. That went a little Peter Griffin.
Excuse me.
That one.
No, I mean masculinity was a major part of my thought today. Was that we don't create men anymore.
No.
I was talking to Jeremy about this yesterday, Turtle. We don't create men anymore. I don't know what the fuck happened. Like I'm not necessarily the best example of a man, but in so many different contexts, like tolerance of stress, tolerance of pain, willing to endure, like like I have issues, you know. I understand I have issues. I like going to the top of like 14,000-foot mountains and being thrown off the face of a cliff and like, whee, let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we've bred a society of people who are afraid.
They're pussies. Yeah.
Yeah. And
dumb pussies.
And my childhood was very rough, and in so many different contexts. And like, there's things that like not to throw Alex under the bus, but when building one of the North Hollywood studios, and like just having Alex try to watch sweat pour from fucking Alex's face, like Alex is fucking dying. And the only thing he's doing is holding the 2x4 up. You know what I'm saying? It's like
a heavy 2x4.
His fucking world's gonna come to an end. And
I sweat peeling oranges, so I feel you, brother.
So you understand, you know. So for me, it's like, what the fuck happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting here like, I can frame a fucking house. I can repair my cars. I can build a motorcycle from fucking scratch. Like and I don't know if scratch is an actual material that I would use, but. You know, like a rolling frame and
we know what you meant. It's a turn of phrase.
Yeah. So
look at you with your fancy turn of phrase.
Yeah. So when I look at this, I look at it as like, I know how to use my hands. You know, I went through the traditional. You know, you need to learn how to use your body. So between strength training and martial arts and wrestling and football and, you know, like the fucking gamut of exercise and activity. And nowadays, when I look at this generation of what they call men, and I'm not looking at the pocket, you know, in front of me. I'm looking at the pocket coming out right now. Like these teenagers and these 20-year-olds that are going into college or coming out of college.
It's
like,
fucking maddening.
They can't change a fucking light switch. They can't change the tire. They don't know how to fill the gas tank. They fucking, God forbid, the fucking power breaker. Fucking
circuit breaker.
Yeah, fuck that.
They can't even flip a switch.
Then they're gonna like, what are they gonna do? Call the fucking electrician because the fucking kitchen doesn't work? Like,
they're a bunch of pampered pussy fucking people who can't. It all comes back. They can't do anything on their own or think for themselves. I saw some kid, some high school, probably early college-year-old kid, with a flat tire on the side of the road, freaking the fuck out.
Doomed.
And calling AAA because he probably doesn't even know that he has a full-size spare in the trunk of his Mercedes.
I had just gotten my fingernails manicured, so I don't want to hear that story again out of you.
Yeah.
Fucking Todd Christie.
That's why he has AAA.
Yeah. See, I have AAA, but that's just because if my car dies in the middle of the desert, I'm not pulling that bitch 100 miles.
I was just waiting for you to say, when I get a flat and my spare is already flat, that's why I have AAA.
For actual emergencies.
Yeah.
Because I didn't repair my first spare tire.
Like,
because Godzilla came out, ripped out my engine, and I'm like, well, now I need AAA right after I beat the shit out of Godzilla.
It's like, I feel bad right now because this is the first car I've owned that I'm not allowed to work on because it voids warranties with the factory.
Doesn't that feel amazing, though?
It is, but it isn't.
Don't touch it. Leave it alone.
We'll even give you a whole other car while we're working on it for you, and I can feel my hands getting softer, and I just don't like it. But I live pretty close by to my local high school, and I'm pretty convinced that the last year of not just capable, about to be men, I already forgot where I was going with that. Like, my class was the last class of normal-sized people. You look at seniors in high school now, or freshmen in college, you look at the men, they're 5'6", 115 pounds.
They're skinny. They're wearing skinny fucking jeans. They're wearing there's no draw to being a big man.
I don't know.
No, that's...
It's like you don't even have to be a big man, but you have to like just be a fucking human being. Like, and then they get all butthurt and try to start shit with you because you said the color of their Mercedes was wrong or they look stupid with their fucking
pearl
collar
white is dumb. That's because most high school seniors are fed to the offensive linemen that go into college now.
No, but even the varsity football team, my senior year of high school was comprised of a lot of freshmen and sophomore kids. The quarterback was like 105 pounds. And not even 5'7".
Actually,
like like you could, a good stiff fart would knock him over. And the linebackers weren't any better than that. If they were lucky, they found one my size. That's why they begged me to play football in high school, because I was the only wide-framed, traditional, kind of beefy person, and they're just not anymore.
But and actually, that actually might go to your masculinity point. You see where the NFL is going right now. Nobody wants to hit anymore, so you get a lot more injuries because you don't practice hitting in practice. Yeah, there's no contact.
Eventually,
they over-tape everything, which I just saw on a documentary. When you continually tape like wrists and your ankles and stuff, it actually weakens. Yeah, it weakens the joint. And you see the way offenses are now. It's not smash mouth football for most teams anymore. And in fact, you see the teams that do well are the teams that get back to that kind of tougher mentality. But you see these teams that just throw the ball all over the place, and they don't look at defensive ends. They're all speed guys now. So the best guys aren't even lineman size. And I'm not necessarily saying that's less masculine, because they're still playing professional football. But you see where the game is going with, the all time. Like, they're not even getting rid of the right hits. They're just eliminating contact from the sport altogether.
Yeah, eventually it's going to be like how soccer has become now.
Hey, whoa,
when they start throwing out fucking.
Hey, this is America.
Don't
you say that again.
Fucking, he walked by me too quickly and I fell over. Fucking red card, yellow card.
Holy shit, that shit was amazing.
Did you see that dude do a whole flip?
Like a backflip.
Yeah, the guy went like this and didn't even like full swing, and the other dude's like full body flip. I was like, dude, no, okay, yes, give him the red card, but then give him his fucking Oscar.
That's amazing.
Jesus,
he needs to be in the next Matrix movie.
That was some fucking athletic shit to do. Like, wow, like he's next Jason Statham, like stuntman turned actor. Like, that dude's got some athletic ability.
I don't understand why people like soccer so much, because for me it's just a bunch of pussies falling over when there's nobody else anywhere around them. They fall. Like, the one dude, literally, the guy from the other team came up, flicked him on the back of the ear, and he's, fell to the ground, and fucking, woe is me, and it's just like...
You understand, bro, he went deaf after that.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was the end of his music career. That's it, bro.
I can't get the notes. He ruined it. I want $12 million.
That's it.
Shot ears.
Aaron Neville over here.
Hey, don't start. I'll do the Aaron Neville. If you've seen Scrubs, I got a whole freaking recorder tape just full of me singing Aaron Neville.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's...
Yeah.
And you actually, again, go into soccer. It's becoming more popular in America. Does that have to do with what you're going like? I don't know.
There's a lot of shit going on too. When I look at
why isn't rugby a thing?
the absence of when you change the meal structure.
We ain't that crazy,
right? So everyone right now, like the whole fast food, chicken, like light meats, like how many preservatives in your shit, like how much of the fucking animals fucked up on hormones. I kind of feel like meat and potatoes, right? So when we look at meat and potatoes, the testosterone level in the meat, maybe when you look at potatoes, because it's like starch, carbs, fuck, whatever. But the hormone levels within the red meat, right? It produces a high test diet. And when we look at what the majority of America is consuming, it's not like, or men in general, they're not on a high test diet anymore.
No, everybody's a fucking vegan now.
Yeah, and they're on a fucking sissy diet, the new American diet. You know what I'm saying? How skinny and how bitch like fucking emo fucking, God, the metrosexual fucking males of America. It's like that absence of man food is making man boys. And we don't need man boys, we need men. So more men need to be eating man food.
We don't need any more Todd Chrisleys in the world. We definitely don't need
And I totally understand people saying, it's not a necessity. So, like, I don't live in the wilderness. I don't have to fucking kill something. And so I can alter my diet based on... And it's like, no, your diet, you need to go back to lumberjack. You need to go back to fucking eating a steak and potatoes and drinking a beer and being a fucking man. And that will actually feed the hormone level that you need to develop as a man. And I'm sorry if you don't fit in your pretty boy jeans next year.
I wish I fucking fit my fat jeans. Damn.
I gave up on my jeans because I have a lot of red meat and potatoes in my house.
Yeah.
These are elastic. My weight fluctuates between meals.
These are my give up pants.
But yeah, so our society's changing drastically, and a lot of it has to do with the structure of activity, the absence of male conflict. You know, we were really a war-focused country for the first couple hundred years. You know, it's like war, and that really produced a brutal image of a man.
Well, I mean, you go back. I mean, I'm not saying that
You
native societies were less warlike because it was obviously very tribal between them. But you look at us as a people. We're very conflict oriented people. Like you said, like slavery didn't start in America. You know, the British Empire's been going around the world. They've got slaves of all nationalities and stuff like that. So yeah, like you could even say that's why maybe, you know, I hate to say Republicans, but maybe that's why this country needs to go to war, or needs to think that they need to go to war because they need to make men. People need to
Appreciate.
Yeah, people need for some reason every generation needs their Nazis to kick in the face, so to speak. Like, I mean, that's why there's probably 50 million games, you know, video games about World War II, when we were the most kick-ass that, you know, we had ever been as far as militarily.
Yeah, if you made a video game today, it's going to be about real men fighting off droves of fucking hipsters and fucking.
God, I hope they're zombie hipsters. It's just
That's going to be the new zombie mode in the new Call of Duty game. The fucking hipsters at Starbucks edition.
right in your beanie in the middle of summer, you son of a bitch.
And your fucking man bun. That's what you're going to be able to grab them by the man bun and just fucking.
Oh, so many opportunity for kills. EA, if you are interested in this game, please let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think at another point, like, people are trying too hard to try to make people more masculine at the same time, and but everybody has feelings.
Well,
you can't say you need to be more of a man, so you have to work on, you know, cars and stuff. It's like, you should at least know how to change your own oil.
Yeah, or change a fucking tire.
Or change a tire.
You know, it's like there are those skinny pencil neck peckerwood motherfuckers out there. They're so emasculated that they try to act like men by just fucking puffing themselves up and then just starting shit with other people to prove that they are somehow an alpha male. When in reality is, you know, all you're really doing is making me angry and I want to hurt you because my thigh weighs more than you do. I can take you out pretty easily. If you want to be an alpha male, just go out and be a man. Like, do something manly. Build a fucking studio. Fucking change your tire just to prove to me that you can fucking do it, and I'll respect you more for doing that instead of just coming up and saying, well, I'm going to beat your fucking ass and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're 20,
Well,
you're 20 pounds.
That's kind of the stem of the masculinity crisis when we.
Yeah.
Because people are starting to wonder, like, why is there so much domestic violence, and why is there, you know,
Because men are getting beaten a lot by their women.
yeah. So,
Again, honey,
the
not
gender
you.
roles are turning.
I love you so much. Please don't hurt me when I get home.
yeah.
If I pick him up and there's a bruise on him, good
yeah.
Lord, have mercy.
Shouldn't have brought me here. Now I'm addicted.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'll kick you the fuck out.
I can't walk from here. I'll never make it.
Yeah.
You won't even make it to the street before you get picked up. Well, I feel like what else we got?
I don't know.
You have anything else? Because we've been going.
Where are you going?
We damn near killed the 360 already.
Did we? What did it
Almost.
say?
12.
Oh,
12.
that's an easy 20 minutes. It's easy.
Wait, it's 12:12 right now?
No, he's talking
No,
about
I'm
the
talking
power
about
left.
the power
and the-
left in the camera.
Oh.
Yeah. To use a 360 camera, you have to feed two devices because one device produces an IP address that allows you to push the signal, and the other one actually pulls in the image. So you gotta buy a fucking iPhone to use that. So you have to have your phone, and then you literally have to buy another phone just so that the camera has an IP address, so that I can send it live. So I can send it live.
Technology.
Because I want it live, right?
Yeah. You don't. Nobody. The live is always better. You don't need some edited, scripted bullshit.
We'll play it 15 minutes after the show's done. Thank you. But yeah, so I mean, we did good. You know, hour and a half. But the point of the show was the word. And I think what society needs to learn is.
It's just a fucking word.
Yeah. Well, not only that is that we've culturally left. Like your mother said, she's never been to fucking Africa. You know what I'm saying? She's never been to Africa. She's American. You know, so first off, we got to move past this African American, right? They're not. We don't say Mexican American. We say fucking Mexican, but they're American. You know what I'm saying? They pick your fucking vegetables. Suck it up.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? We don't say Asian American. With Asian American, we actually just say fucking they're American, but then they turn around and we go, oh, fucking gukai. You know, we make fun of them.
We know like round eye.
Oh, they're so wrinkly.
They so wrinkly. They need the more rhinoceros
So
horn.
like we talk
Oh,
shit.
my math tutor. Hey, what's going on, buddy?
All
So, and I think a lot of the reasons that we turn around and talk shit about Asian descent people is because they're so fucking smart and we're not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they just make us feel fucking stupid. So as soon as they turn around and our defense of feeling stupid is to make fun of
Just to
physical
mock them, yeah.
physical attributes. So
We're American.
yeah, 'cause
That's
more
what America
power.
does.
We are bigger than you.
I got a bigger gun. My truck is bigger.
My gun rack's got a gun rack on it.
and
Fucking America.
and so it's interesting to see how we've established things. I think that people need to understand that we're people. We're not, you know, this country was a melting pot initially. Like, it was designed with the wherewithal of, like, we're going to go here, we're going to create something from ocean to ocean for everyone to go. And what's really fucking weird is that now, like, all of a sudden there's this mindset of, like, no, we are us, why are there more people coming? And it's like, people have always fucking come. And I'm sure 150 years ago there were people here sitting here going, why are people fucking showing up?
Yeah.
And it's like, why the fuck did you show up?
Who invited Vanilla Face?
Fucking,
Who invited Vanilla Face?
you know?
We
and
do not have enough corn for this meal.
And Jesus, serious. Oh my God, we need to have a conversation about Thanksgiving one day. It'd be great.
It can be the Thanksgiving special.
There we go. That'd be a good special.
Okay, but I'm not doing it on Thanksgiving because my family cooks.
Well, no, Thanksgiving is on a Thursday,
And we don't do
and
Thursday.
the special is on a Saturday.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that then.
Yeah,
I'll bring leftovers.
good. So, we that was good. We
I want
as a
some motherfucking
society,
steak burgers, you understand?
as a society,
Mama,
every
please,
generation feels like the next generation doesn't belong. And it doesn't matter if the next generation is fucking Muslim, it doesn't matter if the next generation is transgender, it doesn't matter what the fuck the next generation is. This is my fucking land, you don't belong here. And then right before you, there was someone saying, this is my fucking land, you don't belong here. And it's really intriguing that sooner or later someone has to just push the fucking thought process across it. This is our land.
Yeah.
This is fucking our land. We took it from someone else, so which makes it not fucking yours in the first place. And oh God, it's painful when you think about that. And I mean, you think about how we moved over. We like came in, we conquered, and then we're like, no, Mexico, fuck you. We're gonna take this half. Okay, fine. We feel bad. Here's money. And we take things.
Yeah, we're really good
We
at
took
taking-
Hawaii. We took all the fucking islands. But yeah, so we need to just do this whole. That fucking word "I" is like the worst word in English language. Like, you know, "I" is horrible. Such a selfish word.
It is.
You know, like, I need my land, I need my house, I need my space, I need my car, I need, you need a bullet in your fucking head, that's what you need. And as soon as we can get past this I and mine, and we can realize that it's us and we, and that diversity can disappear, or not diversity, diversity needs to be accepted, not disappear. But it needs to disappear. I was correcting that. Like, I don't need to see diversity.
I think what you're getting at is something like, you know, it's not, we shouldn't say gay marriage. It just should be marriage.
Fucking marriage.
Yeah, that's all it is. And like you said, we don't need colors. We're Americans.
We're people.
Yeah.
We're fucking people. Yeah, we're Americans, correct? Because
Yeah.
if I go over to fucking French.
Yeah, because I don't want to be French. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, I'm a fucking American.
We're Americans.
Thanks for the statue. She's pretty.
Yes.
I'm American.
Fucking snail.
She's American now.
She's
We married her. She converted.
She converted. She was born in France.
We're putting a trunk on that bad boy. She's gonna have a badonkadonk in the next 10
We
years.
shaved her armpits and everything. She's American now.
Lift up that dress.
It's gonna be a mini skirt pretty soon.
And high heels. But yes, and I think that's the biggest problem that we have as a society right now is that we've drawn all these lines because the human brain wants to put everything in fucking boxes, and I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really no. Guys shouldn't be wearing pink shoes. What the fuck? I love pink. It's amazing.
You wear that shirt very well. It's very masculine of
Oh,
you.
thanks.
I actually like it. It's pretty
Thank you.
cool.
It's a soft pink, but yeah.
Hey, nobody wants to get beat up by somebody wearing a shirt like that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, well, who's the real man here? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a sunflower yellow myself.
So
it
I
brings
think
out your eyes.
I think that as soon as we can as a society learn that we're equal, and that's such a fucking.
But it's-
I hate saying that statement, but I'm gonna back it real quick. Before you go on your tangent, right?
I like
So
tangerines.
we're in a situation right now with Syria and all this other shit, and we're bringing people over from there that are Muslim, and everyone's freaking out like, oh my God, we're importing fucking Muslims. They're gonna blow up our country, and this is the problem that I have with people. You fucking idiots. How many people did you go to school with that are Muslim? That you know them, but you don't know they're Muslim because they never pose a threat to you because they live next door to you. But when they're at a distance, they're a threat, right? So the best thing that we can do is bring all these people here to a safe place and have them live next to us, and then we can go, oh, you are the same people, and you eat hummus too. You know, like, I mean, fucking A, as soon as you realize that your neighbor is your fucking neighbor, and it's not some culture that you've developed in your head based off of fear because they live next to a country that's fucking nuts. You know, as soon as you can inhabit with the person, you realize the person's a fucking person. So the one thing I think we can gain from this country is bring more fucking different people here, because the more different fucking people that are here, I had to put fucking back in there.
Yeah.
The more we're exposed to, then the more we realize that everyone is fucking everyone. You know what I'm saying? They're just fucking people. And as soon as we can get to that point where, like, you need a tan, and he has a tan, instead of you're fucking white and he's fucking native black. And that even doesn't even make sense to me, because I look at him and I see a fucking person, and I'm sitting here trying to attach two fucking ethnic things that don't make sense in my fucking head, because he didn't come in here like, how? Like, fucking, here's my feather and shit, and he didn't walk in here
Wearing my
like,
headdress and playing with my basketball.
yeah, 100%. So it's like he didn't fit any bullshit fucking stereotype that society has pushed into our fucking heads. He's a human, and everyone else, regardless of their fucking pigment and melanin level, are fucking human. That's what they are. They're fucking human. When you open them up, like you could give me someone that's fucking, we'll go stereotypes. You can give me someone that's yellow, and you can give me someone that's black, and I bet you their kidneys are in the same place. And you know what? I bet the kidneys look the same color. The kidneys are the same. The fucking liver's the same color. Holy shit! Did you know that the intestines are the same color? The fucking heart's the same color.
Yes, thank you, Hannibal Lecter.
Holy fuck me! Like, everything on the inside's the fucking same. But for some reason, you're gonna sit here and go, well, the skin. The skin. Yeah, you're jealous. You're fucking jealous because you're white. That's what this is. You're fucking jealous. And I think once like what we're seeing right now with Trump, he really motivated this pocket of underprivileged middle-class white Americans with a lack of education to voice themselves, and to feel separate, to feel different. You know what I'm saying? To feel like it's a weird fucking, is it an ideology? Is that the right thing?
Yeah,
You know, that's going on in their head. Like he's found a way to create this population of people that have separated themselves from America. They're not America. They're their America. And that confuses me, because it's like, how did you fuck up everything Martin Luther King did in
your
30
first 100
weeks? 30 fucking weeks, and you destroyed everything that man did. How? I almost feel like you deserve an award.
Well, they're gonna give him one.
Yeah,
They're gonna give him one.
Can you please leave
all
office?
all expense paid trip for the rest of your life to a place where you can get a real tan.
Yeah. Dye your hair.
It's
You
the
had a
orange.
tent.
It's the orange house now.
Yeah.
No way. Then they're gonna think Latins moved in, and nobody's having that.
And you know, it was really fucked up because when we went into this race, I was like, no way on Trump. No on fucking Trump. This guy's nuts. This guy's fucking nuts, and this guy's fucking nuts. And that's, I think everyone was like, oh my god, he's fucking nuts. It's like, he's like one of the past presidents that were nuts. Like, no, this is a different type of fucking nuts. This is narcissist of nuts. And then, all of a sudden, this push of Hillary came, and it was like, oh, wait a minute. Okay, Trump, you win. You win. You win. Because in the beginning, we told ourselves, you're a joke, and they put him in the race so that we could say, good thing we got this person, and good thing it wasn't Trump. And it actually flipped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They
it was
gave
like,
him so much fucking free publicity.
it actually turned into this whole fucking like, oh, thank God we didn't end up with her, and we just ended up with him.
Yeah.
And fuck, I could only imagine the destruction she would have done.
Yeah.
Could you? If this was our best case scenario, this is our fucking best case scenario.
My Disney,
What the fuck?
my Disney Prince Bernie didn't get in. I was devastated.
Bernie didn't get in because he was too old. He looked feeble. If he would have been 10 years younger and someone would have stuck a fucking needle in his ass and sent him to the gym, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many...
You only need him for 4 years.
Yeah, but the thing is that like when
Yeah, but sometimes 4 years you can't get 4 years
Yeah.
4 years worth of mileage out of a car like that.
Yeah, so that and even if you could get another 20, the visual fear. You know what I'm saying? You're going from Obama, who's young, athletic, playing basketball,
One of the younger presidents we've had in a long time.
and then you go to Trump and Hillary, and you're like, okay, we can go 10 years older. It's okay. We can go 10 years
Not
older.
10 years old. The motherfucker just turned 70.
Yeah, Trump's 70.
Trump turned 70.
Barack's 50 what?
No, he's 51. No, I don't even think he's in his 50s.
He's in his 50s.
Yeah, he's because he was 40.
So he's in his 50s. He's like 54 years old or something.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
He's 50
46.
yeah, so he's 54 years old right
Yeah.
now. So we jumped 15 years. But the thing is that even if Bernie is younger than Trump, he don't look younger than Trump.
Yeah.
I'll take
I don't
Emperor
think
Palpatine looking motherfucker that nature likes
Did you
over
take your
fucking Trump.
Ovaltine this morning?
Don't
I'll
forget
be his Ovaltine guy. I would have joined the cabinet just to bring him his Ovaltine, in
Ovaltine
the
and
morning.
castor oil for every family across America.
And his butterscotches before the day is over. You did good today, Bernie. It's butterscotch. Good, Bernie. Good, Bernie. Now go to sleep in your hyperbolic chamber so you can live another day.
You need to get oxygen into your toes.
Didn't you have a tangent you said you were going to go on?
I like tangerines.
Oh yeah, what were you gonna talk about?
I totally forgot.
Okay, good.
I let you go. It had something to do, if I had to think, about...
Don't do that.
Yeah, no, I can't right now. It had to do with being politically correct and how we just need to abolish that off the face of the earth, because that winds up hurting people more than just being real with people. And I had something to... Somehow I had planned a route to filter that into what you were talking about, but I can't remember what it is now.
Hey, let's
And,
say goodbye to 360 real quick before it wipes on us.
okay. Everybody in 360 land, Angel,
What?
What?
Why'd you got to put the focus on him?
because he's normally the only one watching.
But I'm here now, so it's